Mix FM, music that makes you feel good. You pick up the latest edition of the Weekly Advertiser today from 2 Store Road, from your letterbox, from selected retailers, or of course theweeklyadvertiser.com.au. She's my Cardi girl in crime. It's Lauren in the studio with me today. Look at us. Did we text about this?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Mental telepathy about our clothing.
We're good with this. We do colours, we do prints, Cardis. It's a nice cold morning, so we've done a good job here.
Absolutely.
But this week, of course, the Weekly Advertiser team have done a great job, especially about our front cover story. Can you tell me more about it, Lauren?
Yeah, so very, very sad story that we've covered late last week in Donald. And I went up to Donald on Friday for a police media conference, and the news of the death, the suspicious death at that point of Layla Jeffrey. She'd been missing, a young 13-year-old Donald girl had been missing since the Saturday before, and unfortunately it was a huge police and emergency services search had found her remains in bushland. So it wasn't until the next day on Saturday that a 16-year-old boy had been charged on one count of murder. But on Friday when I went up there, the whole town was just absolutely devastated that had happened to Layla, but also that had happened in their small town.
It's one thing to kind of see it I guess be nationally kind of focused on too for a small town of Donald. We really want to get around them, especially because of this, as what happened to Layla, for her family, and for that small community town that's in amongst our Wimmera Mallee.
That's right. So yeah, definitely sending all our love out to Layla's family and friends. But even those people who didn't necessarily know Layla in the town have felt it as well. There's lots of support being made available in Donald this week. So, we implore people to please reach out to neighbours and friends and those support services if they do need help.
You can find more details on the front and also inside of the Weekly Advertiser. Now, as we flick to the back, well, it was a lovely weekend of sport. And then also looking at the lovely story about the Natty Gym that's reopening too.
That's right. So that is a good news story. Natty Gym, while it wasn't burnt in the grass flat fire in January this year, the actual premises, it did have a little bit of a singe at the back of their shed, but the smoke was the thing that damaged most of their equipment. So it's been had a huge effect on them. They haven't been able to use that space all year, and lots of their gymnasts have had to go without training and competing in big tournaments. So it's great to see that they've been donated a lot of equipment from other gyms around Victoria, which is just lovely. And also being able to fundraise and purchase enough to get them going. They don't have anywhere near as much as they used to, but they've still got enough to get back up and running next week.
A great feel-good story, especially after what happened in and amongst Natty, and having the team there, just have this hope as well that everything's going to get back to that normality now that they're coming home, as the title says. So it's wonderful. Thanks so much, Lauren. Feel-good stories can be found all in the Weekly Advertiser, and of course other news connected too. You can find that at theweeklyadvertiser.com.au. You can get it from selected retailers, your letterbox, or as well if you pop in and see our team at 2 Store Road. Lauren, my Cardi girl, thanks so much for popping in.
Thanks, Kayla.
Mix FM, music that makes you feel good.